Mats, can you please start with explaining how does Funderbeam work? What are you doing there?
So we're a platform that allows investors to find companies that they want to invest in, and then they can trade their investments afterwards, to put it very simply.
Oh, okay.
So what this means is that we let investors fund companies, and if they then have invested, let's say, 10,000 euros, then they will get 10,000 digital tokens that represent their investment, and then on a secondary market, they can trade these tokens among other investors on the platform.
You've launched your product this year?
Last year.
Last year, sorry.
March last year. Yeah.
March last year. Is it popular already? How
Yeah,
many startups applied?
So we're getting quite a lot of startups applying every month. Like I can't say the exact number, but we're getting a lot. And of course, there's a lot of companies that are either too early stage or not in the markets that we're operating in, and so on. But yeah, we're growing. We've doubled the number of investors we have in the last year, and plan to do so again this year.
Do you have investors from Poland as well?
Yeah, we do. And we have onboarded and KYC'd people in more than 100 countries. So I think we have now 105 countries. So yeah, we are very, very global.
Why do you have on your T-shirt a quote? IPOs are so 2015.
It's a bit of a provocation, but really
I've seen it already during the Impact conference in Krakow.
Yeah. I always wear it when I'm speaking and going on stage. It gets a good reaction with people. But basically, we've created what we're seeing today is that companies are waiting longer and longer before they go to the public markets. They're raising vast amounts of capital from VCs and angels in the earlier stage, and this just means that people don't really have access to participating. Unless you are a very, very wealthy individual or a VC fund, you don't have access to the really cool companies. And we launched our product in 2016. So that's why IPOs are so 2015.
Yeah, that's what I want to ask you. What have changed since 2015?
Especially
because we were talking today about investments in the blockchain age.
So for us, it's really about creating the core of an IPO is that you create liquid instruments that people can use to invest in companies that are growing. But the companies that go to the stock exchange are not growing so much anymore because they're already huge. So we are creating a platform where investors can get in while it's still interesting. Of course, it's also more risky than going on the stock exchange. It's much more early stage companies. But we're also launching companies now that are not like startups. We just launched this week, we launched Medvedgrad, which is a Croatian craft brewery. It's the biggest craft brewery in Croatia. And they're doing phenomenal. They launched on Monday. And they have now, at last I checked, 600,000 interest. So yeah, that's a 20-year-old business. So it's not like something new that just launched.
But there is something special about breweries because we had the same story in Poland with Inna Brewery.
Yeah.
They are based in Warsaw and they raised a lot of money on one of the crowds.
I think beer is just it's a product that people identify with, or it's something that people enjoy. I think in most countries, I know in Poland and Croatia, Estonia, Denmark, where I'm from, everyone loves beer. So
that's true. Are fintechs really popular on your platform?
Yeah, we're really focusing a lot on always asking the investors on our platform what they're interested in and how they want us to develop the platform. And quite recently, I think 2 weeks ago, I asked a subset of our investors which industries also they were most interested in, and fintech was among the top verticals that people were interested in.
And how do you verify the startups on your platform?
So we require all the companies that launch on the platform to have a lead investor. So we do a lot of different checks, like internally, both on are they able to communicate about the company, how is the legal setup, does the team have experience launching companies, all these things. But really for us, I think the main thing is that if the company can get a lead investor on board, and we kind of verify this lead investor more than the company, and say okay, is this person experienced with investing? Does he or she understand the industry, and so on? And then of course they have to put in a significant amount of the round, because we don't have the right incentive actually to onboard the companies and be skeptical. But because we're not investing, but someone who is investing, they have okay, they really want to check the company and make sure it's a good deal.
And are the individual investors interested in startups, in fintech companies?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, as mentioned, we just saw that fintechs is one of the hottest industries. I mean, there's of course a bit maybe bias because the people who are on our platform have joined a fintech company. We are a fintech company.
Yeah, exactly.
So of course you have to adjust for that. But at the same time, no, we definitely, like right now, we have some fintechs that are launching soon, and we're looking for more. We're also really interested in companies that are like impactful, like impact companies, like sustainability. So this is something that we also see among our investors, that they actually also want to invest in. And also something that was quite surprising to me was also like healthcare and personal health was actually very interesting for people. This is a difficult vertical because quite especially if it's like healthcare, like if it's a medicine or something, it's very long development cycles and requires very large amount of capital.
Okay.
But we are looking for like.
But is it linked to technology as well?
Yeah. So like biotech.
Okay.
So, but I mean, mainly, I mean, we would not. Like it's about technology companies.
Okay, one more question about the conference itself. Do you find it interesting?
Yeah, I love it. I mean, as you said, we also met in Krakow at the last event, and yeah, I just really enjoyed the event. I think it's very well organized, and after the last event, I wrote to the guys here that if they want me back for another event, I'm always happy to come.
Okay. Did you meet any of your investors from the platform here?
Yeah, so actually now in Katowice, I didn't really have a chance, but when I went to Krakow, what we quite often do is when we're traveling around the world, we send an email to the users, the investors that are on the platform who live in the area.
Okay.
And actually when we went to Krakow, there was one investor who traveled, I think, 6 hours to come and meet us. So that was very cool, and we got a lot of insight from him.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
It was a pleasure.
Pleasure.